Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Welcome to this segment of Code Gurbani's a-sabad-a-day. The sabad for the day is Sorat Mahalla Panjama, Gur Purai Kirpa Dhari. The recitation: Sorat Mahalla Panjama, Gur Purai Kirpa Dhari. प्रभ पूरी लोच हमारी, करिय स्नान ग्रह आए, आनंद मंगल सुख पाए. That's the first verse. The Rahao: संतो राम नाम निस्तरिय, उठत बैठत हर हर ध्याइय, अनंद सुकृत करिय. Rahao. So the Rahao is stressing the importance of Ram Nam, wisdom of the self. Nistariye. Tariye is to swim across. So Santo, this is addressing seekers collectively. Ram Nam Nistariye. Through the wisdom of Ram, the self, that essence, nistariya. In other words, constant mindfulness is what is needed in order to navigate life. So, uthat, baithat, har har tyaiya, anadin sukrit kariye. Uthat, baithat, while rising, sitting, at every moment. Har har tyaiya, remain mindful of the presence within you. In other words, be deliberate in how you do your deeds. Sukrit kariye. Ensure that what you do lines up with the compass within, that it is not just some willy-nilly reaction to things. What it is calling for is a perpetual consciousness force that we have that has to be integrated into our waking existence. Not withdrawal, but transformation of active life through sustained inner remembrance, awareness. And then sukrit, good actions, become spontaneous expressions of a transformed life. So transformation through wisdom is essential. And now in the first verse, when we revert to the first verse, the Guru says, Gur Purai Kirpa Dhari, the perfect Guru, the complete perfection, Kirpa Dhari, bestowed its grace. And then what happened? Prabh Puri Loch Hamari. Loch is longing. So with the grace of the Guru, my longing was fulfilled. My longing for the Prabh, my own essence. Kari isnan grah aaye, ananda mangal sukha paaye. So through wisdom, when I made the inversion of the mind, when I turned inwards and returned to my true home, so to speak, Kari Isnan, I was awash in wisdom, and that brought Ananda Mangala Sukhapai, an auspicious new beginning, which was cause for celebration. So this is, again, like the previous passage, the previous Sabad yesterday, the moment of descent. of divine consciousness into the seeker. So the light, wisdom, descending inward. The psychic call, the longing, is fulfilled through inner cleansing. That's what's going on. In the second verse, after the Rahau, Sant ka marg dharam ki paudi ko vadbhagi pai. Sant ka marg, the path of the Sant. So here, the way. The Sant here is the Guru, the way of the Guru. Dharam ki paudi is the step, the ladder of dharam. What is dharam? Literally, it means what holds things together. But for our purposes, it means what should be done. What it is that you should be doing. So you have to discern that first before you can even do it. So Sant ka marg dharam ki paudi. So the way of the Guru shows you that ladder, that step-by-step process. Ko vadbhagi paiye. One has to be really fortunate to find that way. Because Kot janam ke kil bikhanase. Kot janam is indicative of a long, long time. The afflictions of a long, long time are removed. So the ladder also is symbolic of an ascending evolutionary journey. You see, we are all on an evolutionary journey, a movement from desire-driven, egoic consciousness to self-readiness, centering. The third verse, Ustat karo sada prab apne jin puri kal rakhi. Ustat karo, glorify the Prab who has preserved your dignity. Ji jant sabbe bhai pavitra Satguru ki sach sakhi. The narrative, the testimony of the Guru is the eternal self. And ji jant sabbe bhai pavitra. When you recognize that, you are purified. What does that mean? It means your ego consciousness dissolves. Because it is the ego that has to be purified, cleared, so you can see clearly. Because you see, you're not seeing reality as it is. Your lens, your perception. Ego is perception, but perception is not reality. Perception is just conditioning. So the self, the Prab, is the preserving force of individual capacity, kala. So the potential or evolutionary capacity is what the Prab protects until its full flowering. And in conclusion, Bigan binasan sabbe dukhanasan. Bigan binasan. Obstacles are removed. Sabbe dukhanasan. All suffering is removed. Satguru Naam Dridaya. Because the Satgur, the true enlightener, the Guru principle, has implanted within me this wisdom. Khoe paap bhay sabbe pavan jan nanak sukh kar aya. When I returned to my primordial origin within, I became purified, meaning I lost my sense of the ego. So implanting of Naam, Dridaya, is not just repetition but it is seeding of divine consciousness into the body and the psyche. So this is a complete reconfiguration of the inner being. It's not just sitting there and reciting a mantra. So you are really rising above, you're evolving from your current nature to something higher. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.